He bought 2 pizzas for $600 million and had absolutely no idea what just happened. What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're gonna talk about the crazy story of Laszlo and EX, and how we lost a multi-generational wealth for 2 pizzas. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe if you want to learn everything about the financial world. In 2010, a man named Laszlo Aniez made a decision that, as we all know now, would change his life in ways he could never have imagined. He bought 2 pizzas with 10,000 bitcoins. At the time, no one knew what the decision would mean, but today it's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. But how did Laszlo come to this point? What led him to make this transaction? And perhaps more importantly, how did he feel about it all once he realized the true value of those 10,000 bitcoin? Grab your popcorn because we're about to break it all down. The year is 2010, a full year after Bitcoin was created by a mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto. Bitcoin was still very much in its infancy. For most people, the idea of cryptocurrency was too obscure to even grasp. And yet, a small group of tech enthusiasts, including Laszlo, were experimenting with Bitcoin and seeing its potential beyond just a digital token. Laszlo, a software developer based in Florida, was one of those early Bitcoin adopters. He was an active member of the Bitcoin community, and like many early users, he was mining Bitcoin, not for profit, but for the thrill of being part of something new and revolutionary. At the time, mining Bitcoin was much easier than it is today, and the value of Bitcoin had not yet hit the mainstream radar. So, how did it happen? Well, in May 2010, Laszlo posted on a Bitcoin forum offering to pay 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas. You heard that right, 10,000 Bitcoin. But here's the kicker, Bitcoin was barely worth anything at that time. In fact, it was valued at less than a penny per Bitcoin. So, in reality, Laszlo was offering just $41 to get his pizzas. Laszlo was simply looking for a way to spend his Bitcoin on something tangible. He was part of the niche group of people who were already starting to experiment with Bitcoin as a form of currency, even though there wasn't much to buy with it. In his post, Laszlo even mentioned that he wanted to get a couple of pizzas for his 10,000 Bitcoin, and he was willing to pay for them in this new cryptocurrency. But what's truly fascinating about this moment in time is how little anyone could have predicted what was about to unfold. Eventually, a fellow member of the forum, someone named Jeremy Sturtevant, took Laszlo up on the offer. The transaction was made, and Laszlo received his 2 pizzas from Papa John's in exchange for the 10,000 Bitcoin. Laszlo even shared a picture of the pizza with the community, marking the moment as quirky part of Bitcoin's early history. Let's pause for a moment. What was happening in the world of Bitcoin at this point? Bitcoin's value was still practically non-existent. In fact, many saw it as a kind of digital novelty, a geek currency if you want. But in the years that followed, things would change dramatically. Bitcoin began to attract the attention of investors, tech entrepreneurs, and eventually the public at large. The value of Bitcoin started to rise. But what did Laszlo think when he saw the price of Bitcoin shoot up? He didn't think much of it. In interviews after the event, Laszlo admitted that he never actually considered the long-term value of Bitcoin when he made that decision. In one interview, Laszlo said,
"Back then, nobody really knew what Bitcoin would turn into. To me, it was just an experiment, a fun thing to be part of. I didn't think it would become what it is today. I didn't really think about the long-term value of Bitcoin. I just wanted pizza."
It's clear that Laszlo, like many others at that time, simply didn't see Bitcoin as an investment. Instead, it was a novel way to pay for something as ordinary as pizza. Fast forward to 2021, and Bitcoin had gone from being worth a few cents to an astronomical value of over $60,000 per Bitcoin. This was the moment Laszlo's story really gained traction. At today's prices, Laszlo's 10,000 Bitcoin would be worth over hundreds of millions of dollars, around 600 million to be exact. You can only imagine the flood of regret that Laszlo might feel today. Those 2 pizzas worth $41 in 2010 would now cost him a fortune if he wanted to buy them again in Bitcoin. But here's a twist. Laszlo has never regretted his decision. In fact, he often laughs about it. In interviews, he's been remarkably open about his lack of remorse. In fact, he said, "I'm not a millionaire because of those pizzas, but I had a good time and I think it was a fun thing to be part of." It's not about the money, it's about being part of something big from the very beginning. So, why doesn't he regret it? For Laszlo, it wasn't about the potential wealth. It was about the experience. He wasn't focused on making a profit or becoming rich. He was just a guy having fun with new technology. And in hindsight, he sees it as a part of the story of Bitcoin rise. The impact of Bitcoin has been far-reaching. It's reshaped finance, decentralized currencies, and led to the rise of countless other cryptocurrencies. Laszlo's pizza purchase through Humble is now seen as a symbol of the early days of Bitcoin, a time when no one truly understood the scope of what was happening. And that's the story of Laszlo Anietz, the man who exchanged 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas. It's a story that's bittersweet, fascinating, and serves as a reminder of just how unpredictable the world of cryptocurrency can be. Alright, that's a wrap for today's video. What do you guys think of the story time video? Did you like it? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video so I'll do more like it. If you stayed that long, say pizza in the comments. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one.